Hello, 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 hello. It's your favorite turtle. How is everybody? If anyone is there. If anyone's there, hello. What are we doing today? Um, Hello, Ismael DM. How you been? Thanks for dropping by. Appreciate you coming by. There. What are we doing today? What are we doing today? Um, Yesterday we did manage to rank up in the ladder. From 131st, we are now the 130th top player in the Philippines for Minesweeper. So that's exciting. Uh, I know that at this point, the best way for me to climb even further would be to work on my expert time. But I'm also thinking of maybe trying some more arena challenges. I really like the arena. I know that the arena is kind of like the least efficient way of earning trophies. Because you only get 1 point, 1 arena point for each level that you complete, right? So even if I complete a bunch of level 1 arena tickets, it's not gonna get me any further than I already did in the first time I finished it, right? But I don't know. I think uh, Arena is like seeing what level I am on Arena is a really fun way of figuring out what my skill level is, at least for me, you know. This is coming from a guy who has yet to fully understand all the acronyms and all the nitty-gritty details of Minesweeper.online, even though I've been playing Minesweeper for quite a while now. What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? There are 7 left. We know there's one here. We know there's another one here. It's possible like no, no. It's a these are 50-50. Oh wait, never mind. Uh, I know there's two here. There's 5 left. So I know there's 2 here. There's 1 here. So that's 3. We know there's 1 here, so that's 4. It's possible that there's another one here, so I think like the middle part of here might be safe. That tells us nothing. That tells us nothing. Wait, okay. So okay, hold on. So I know there can only be 1 here. So maybe this is free? Yes. And then these are... And then that solves... And then there we go. Neat. Hello, Cookie! How we been? How are we today? It is Wednesday in the Philippines, but it's Tuesday in Hawaii. We are in the middle of the week. How is everyone? Is everyone surviving? Is everyone working through it? Wednesday is oftentimes the worst because like could be better. That's the Wednesday mood. If I've ever seen one. Could be better, could be better. Hey, that's all that we can ever hope for, right? For things to be better. If things could be better, Cookie, what kind of day would you be having? So today I got caught up at work, right? Usually my work ends at 3 p.m. Filipino time. But today, I got really busy. There were a bunch of tasks that I needed to complete. I needed to stay for another hour. And it's mostly just me playing catch up with the workload. Especially since like... What? Huh? Okay, so like the question is, because you said that your day could be better, right? So, if it was better, what kind of day would you be having? Like, what would have happened in order for you to say that it is better? Right? Like if you woke up just a little bit earlier, that would have been a better day than what you're having now. What needs to happen for it to be a better day? I think that's a better way to ask that. That's a better way to phrase that question. I would have completed all my assignments and just drawing the logo design and fill my brain with filling your brain with creativity is the best. I remember a time when I was creative. What needs to happen is now finishing the presentation script. Ah, man. Is that for school? That sounds like it's for school. I've always been the kind of guy that goes off script. I've always been the kind of person who tries to flex and tries to show off by not needing a script. Especially in school presentations. I'm pretty sure that there were times when that was to my detriment. You know, I'm pretty sure that there were times when my arrogance has really made things for the worst. But I do not remember any instances when that was the case. So let's just say that it never happened. Right? It's easier to just believe that I was absolutely perfect in class presentations and never needed a script whatsoever. I get to say that, and you get to believe that, because who are you to There's no way for you to call me out on that. There's no way for you to fact check me. My friends know me for my freestyle presentation rapping skills. That's impressive. Especially for if like the presentation had nothing to do with rap at all. That'd be amazing. Has a teacher or a professor ever asked you to not rap? Like, have they ever been like, hey, buddy, I know that you can do this. I know that, I know you're that guy, but could you not, at least, like, just for today? Has anyone ever asked you to stop? Has anyone ever asked you to shut up? Script is a requirement of assignment, so I need to write. Oh man, I hate it when it becomes a requirement. Like, man, just let me do. Like, this system works for me. Why do you need to know what I'm about to say? Freaking creep. No, it's just a joke for me and my friends. Cause when the time is almost up, it's when I just throw the script away. Like, screw it. We're behind time anyway. You know what? I kind of, for some reason, that reminds me of this HBO show. I don't know if you've heard of it, but it's The Newsroom. The Newsroom is such a fascinating show. I thoroughly enjoy that show. You should give it a try if you ever got the chance. And just freestyle it? Yeah. There's one here, so this one's free. It's a 50-50. Alright. I'm just good with freestyle presentation, cause trained from the start of semester to think immediately without preparation. That's cool. I feel like that would really help you in the long run, especially in a professional setting. Cause most of the time, when it's crunch time, you just gotta do something. Something just has to happen. I can't remember. Okay, even if it's a prep, I can't stick to it. I can't remember words. Unfortunate. Honestly, I'm getting to that age where I'm starting to forget things too. That age being 29. Yeah. Yeah, it's rough out here being 29. Feel like 29 is the new 40. Maybe. I don't know. I've never been 40. That's a weird way to say it. Um, for real though, for real. You haven't been 40 yet. Yes, I haven't been 40. Not yet. I can't really say for sure. Like I've definitely come to that point in my age where I'm starting to feel random body aches, body pain. But at the same time, I have to be honest, and I have to, I have to admit that most of the time my body pain and my neck pain and all that is mostly my fault because of my poor posture. Uh, I slouch a lot, and I often find myself like uncomfortably trying to correct my posture. When I say uncomfortably, I mean like randomly twitching my head in random places, or like pulling my shoulders back, thinking that would fix the problem, but it just makes me look like I'm cocking my head like a chicken. If you could, if you can imagine. But I'm trying, I'm trying to be a good posturist or whatever, however the frick you say that. I try my best to have good posture. Not perfect posture, but good posture at least. You know, like when I'm walking out my house to like buy something from the convenience store, I would catch myself and I'd walk past a car and I would look at the window and I'd see my banana shaped ass be like, "Hey buddy, yo, fix that." And it's like after like throughout the entire way, the entire time that I'm out, I'd be trying to walk like perfectly upright. And I like it's so weird because I have to make the conscious deliberate choice to make sure that the base of my skull is resting on my spine. You know what I mean? Like it's like having to manually breathe. Now suddenly you have to manually breathe. Aha, I cursed you. I saw a tip that was hilarious, but it works. Just be confident, then you'll walk chin up like you're trying to attract attention. Buddy, I am a streamer. I attract attention for a living. But you know what? That sounds like sound advice. Like if you're trying, like if you try to walk, this is not the tip. Okay, what was the tip then? Like honestly, any help would do at this point. There was one time, bro. The tip is imagine your chest shooting lasers. Oh, you're no. You're right. I hate that you're right. It's amazing. If you want to have better posture, just imagine that your chest is shooting lasers. Oh, that is so cursed. Now every time that I see someone walking like with good posture, all that I'm going to ever think about is them. Oh, I wonder if they're thinking about shooting lasers from their nipples. Pew 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 pew. honestly, honestly, if I ever try that, if that actually works, I'm sure it works. Okay, I'm sure it works. But I feel like if I try to do it, I wouldn't be able to keep a straight face. I don't think I'll be able to hold it in because the entire time I'll just be going pew 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 pew. And now you know. I either think I walk like I want to attract someone or shooting lasers. Okay. At least there are two modes to it. You know, there's two modes. Either you're trying to attract people or you're shooting lasers. There's no in between. There are two kinds of people in this world. People who are trying to attract other people or people who are trying to shoot laser beams from their nipples. We will be taking no further questions. Jesus Christ. That's real. There are two kinds of people in this world. It's absolutely blurst tip. Blurst advice. What kind are you then? I don't know. I don't want to think about it right now. But honestly, I feel like I'd be the nipple laser kind of guy. These are clips that will be taken out of context, I'm sure. Can't be worse than my other out of context clips, but pardon? How's the speed treating you? Hello, Dob. Don't mind me, we're just talking about whether or not I'm the kind of person who thinks about shooting lasers out of my nipples. Just your just your casual conversations on twitch.tv// DavyBoy8796. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. I just got here, man. Yeah. No, cause Cookie was we were talking about posture, right? Like we were talking about ways of keeping a better posture. when you're walking or anything like that. And one of the advice, one of the tips that that Cookie gave very generously, might I add, is that one way to walk or to have better posture is to imagine that you're trying to attract other people. Just walk confidently, you know, walk like you're trying to attract people deliberately, you know. Otherwise, if that's too hard for you to imagine, you can always just walk as if you're shooting lasers out of your chest. And that just turned into, you know, nipple lasers. Go pew 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 pew. So, you know, uh, what type are you? Oh, great! Someone actually did clip that. Thank you, Cookie, for the clip. I appreciate that. I appreciate the interaction and the sacrifice and the sacrifice to Twitch's algorithm. Nipple laser kind of guy, nice. Nipple laser gang. I have my fiance right next to me, and she's listening in on this conversation. Bebe, what kind of person would you be? Are you the kind of person that tries to attract people, or the kind of people that shoots laser out of your nipples? Would hurt? You think? I mean, like if it's a certain, like if it's like a superpower, like Superman's laser vision, would that change your answer? It's weird to shoot lasers out of your nipples. You're absolutely right. While you're talking to other people. That's why I don't think I'll like. That's why as much as I think that it'll be it's as much as it'll be honest for me to say that I'm a nipple laser guy. I don't think that it would ever help me like socially in a social interaction. Because every time I'm just gonna think about, oh, I'm talking to this person, I'm gonna go pew 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 pew, and I'm hitting you with my with my laser nipples. So you're the kind of person that would walk like you're trying to attract people. You're the kind of person who would walk like you're running away. Oh, like you're on the runway. Okay, fair enough. Runway confidence for sure. But I think that's kind of adjacent to the first one, you know? Just forgot the word? Hmm. I imagine myself doing catwalks, yo. Nipple way more fun to imagine that. It is like imagining laser nipples is absolutely fun. The problem is trying to keep a straight face while doing it. That's the real challenge. How you managed to PB at all yet? I mean, it's been like 15 minutes. I don't know. I don't think I have. No, I don't think so. Honestly, I'm not even trying to get a PB. I'm just trying to practice. I guess it's like my warm up. I guess this is just warm up. Cause you like I don't know if it was you or somebody else who said that my personal best will oftentimes come up when I'm not even trying. And I think that's the vibe I'm going for, you know? Like, I don't want to stress myself out of it. I don't want to take it too seriously. I'm only here because it's fun. I think Minesweeper is a really, really fun game. And I don't want to turn it into a chore. I think that, like, and that's something that you have to think about all the time, you know? When you're doing some, what do you call this? When you're doing the thing that you love. When you're doing something that you're passionate about, it's such a it's part of the challenge, it's part of the struggle to do the thing you're passionate about, but not in a way that makes it feel like a chore. Because I gotta tell you, I will tell you right now, I have dropped so many hobbies and so many interests because it started to feel more like a chore. I'll tell you, I could have been a YouTube celebrity by now if did not treat content creation like a chore. I firmly believe that. Oh, fuck. I absolutely believe that if streaming never became a chore for me, if I never treated streaming like a chore, then I would absolutely be a Twitch.tv celebrity. I firmly believe that. I was held back because God said that I would be way too OP if that ever happened. So, you know, for the sake of the world as we know it, I allowed myself to be nerfed and take a long hiatus from streaming, is what I tell myself. Oh, chat alerts. Nice, yeah. Yo, Ismail, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Turtle Pond. Hope you stay a while. Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's what I was talking about yesterday. That I used to have really fun alerts, like with sounds and everything. There was a little jingle that I found that would go off anytime that there would be a new follow. But because I was on a hiatus, God needed to nerf me and my charisma. Um, I lost all of my alerts, and I no longer had anything to indicate or anything to tell me that there was a new follower. So the alternative to that now is that I needed to set up chat alerts on Stream Elements, and here we are. So thank you again, Ismail, for the follow. Really appreciate it. You keep the lights on. You're bringing me closer and closer to being a full-time content creator. So thank you so much for that. I also put in like random messages, so it's not always the same thing every time. So hopefully we get to see all of the iterations today, cause that would mean that we've gained a whole bunch of new followers, right? Yo, thank you for the bits. Yo, thank you for the biddies. Appreciate it. Again, you're keeping the lights on. You're helping me. You're bringing me closer to turning this into a full-time thing. So thank you so much, Ismail, for the 10 biddies. Appreciate you, man. Hopefully you do not regret that. Cause if you do, sucks to be you. Cause there's no way to refund that, I think. I do miss those Pokemon streams, yo. I do, me too. But I feel like, if we ever do like a long stream, like if we ever streamed for like 3 hours, versus the normal 2, then maybe we can do some Pokemon streams. Cause again, like the Pokemon streams, it was one of those things that definitely felt more like a chore than something that I did for fun, you know? Cause a lot of it is from the grind, right? It's grinding your team up, especially when one of your Pokemon dies. Grinding them back up to a comparable level is such a chore, is such a long process and tedious process. And even then, even when you're trying to grind, you either grind too slow because you're trying to play it safe, or you risk your new team member also dying in the process during the process of leveling up. And whenever that happens, that's just a really bad feeling to have. It just really sucks whenever that happens. The alternative, though, the alternative to that is to just cheat and use rare candies. Use some cheat codes to put in some rare candies into your game, and then you can just level up your team that way. That makes things so much more simple. It's definitely something that the community at large accepts, and it's not something that, like, hey, if you post this on like Reddit and you shared your run and somebody found out that you used rare candy cheats, it's not like people will ostracize you. It's not like people would invalidate your run, because a lot of other, not even poke streamers, even people who stream Nuzlocke, they do that. It's just become an industry standard to put in rare candy cheats into your Nuzlocke run. My issue with that, though, is that it takes a lot of fun out of the experience. It kind of makes the Nuzlocke trivial, I guess is the word. But I don't know. Maybe I'm making a niche, making too much of an issue of something that shouldn't be an issue. But that's an option. Just take your time. It's your streams after all, for sure. I just came here when you played Pokemon, lol. But yeah, grinding is hard. Don't like grinding games? Yeah. That's why I watch Nuzlocke instead of doing them. Right? The final product of it. Hey, yo, Ismael with the tier 1 sub. Thank you. Thank you so much for the sub. Yo, welcome to the Turtle Pond. I'm glad to know that you're having fun. That you're enjoying your stay here. Really appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for the sub. Yo, enjoy that subscription to twitch.tv/DavyBoy8796. Hope you don't regret it. Where are we? So there's one here. Unless there's two here, then this one is absolutely free. I know that there's one here, and there's one here. There has to be one here too. So either way. Okay, wait. So if there's one here, then the other one is either here or here, right? If the other one is here, then there's a flag here and here. Either way, there's always gonna be one here. So I'm gonna go with that. Which means there's only one here, which means this one is a bomb. And that solves pretty much most of it. So that's nice. Enjoying the posture and streaming topic. Yes. I'm not so sure, not so sure. Something was off there? I think so. Yeah. That was more of, I don't know if that was sound logic, but we got there. Yeah. Doesn't matter, we lost anyway. I think the next improvement that I want to do for stream would be to add a little bit of more emotions to the PNG. Back to script writing. So BRB, thanks so much, Cookie. Good luck with your script writing. So yeah, I think that the next step or the next improvement that I want to make for the stream is adding a little bit of fun to the PNG model that I'm using. I say model. Model is a is a generous word to describe this talking turtle. But yeah, I think that the next improvement would be to add a little bit of spice, because like I want there to be a like I wanted to be able to add like accessories on top of this turtle, to at the very least indicate that that I'm locked in and that I'm on serious mode and I'm focused more on the board and on chat. Um, maybe like another PNG of googly eyes or a PNG of a of whatever, you know. Like I think there's a lot of fun that you can have with this kind of setup. I think I do like for sure. I want there to be a an accessory. Let's call them accessories, right? I want there to be an accessory that tells chat or tells newcomers that I'm not talking because I'm focused on the game, right? That I'm locked in. You found this model of yours? Yes, I googled it and I found it on Pinterest. I found it on Pinterest. It was a free PNG, so I'm stealing it now. Is it still stealing if I never needed to pay for it? Cause I'm poor, you guys. But yeah, I want give him a sweat drop and some hypertense veins to show how much lock-in you got. Yo, that sounds fun. That I think that'll be really cute. You want a PNG? I am itching to make one. Yo, if you can make it, give me a price. Give me a price. Name price. Give me a quote, and let's talk about it. Huh? Then it will be noted. Give me a price, and that doesn't mean I will pay for it, but it's noted. Who said about prices? I said about prices. Fuck. Every time. I said about prices. I don't want... Because if it was like a random person off of Google, I don't mind using this for free. Especially if they never really... if it was never like monetized in any way. But because I have huge respect for you, Cookie, you've been a long time, you've been on the stream, you've been part of the community for a long time, and I know how good of an artist you are, how much of a talented artist you are. So I refuse to mooch off of you. I refuse to exploit you, you know? I don't want to use your goodwill and your brand loyalty to my advantage. Although that might be the actual smart and responsible business decision. Yeah. Makes me happy, mate. Yo, as long as you're okay, I've made like a dozen PNG for others. As long as you're okay, as long as it does not take time away from other things from you, then by all means, please give it a try. I would very much love to have a PNG model that is made from the community. I think that would be really sweet. I think that I would be very grateful for that. So, again, as long as it does not interfere with anything else with your IRL life, in IRL life, in real life, as long as it doesn't interfere you IRL, then I am open to it. I would gladly accept that. It's actually gonna be like a break from other stuff for me. Nice, okay. Then if it's a break, this is why you always keep it real. Nice, yeah. But yeah, like if it Sematis is gonna end anyway, so I have time. Great, perfect. Then that's great. Yeah, no. If it's a chance for you to take a break from everything else, then that's what's gonna make it okay for me. If working on the my model would help you take a break, then please, by all means. If you frame it in a way that sounds like I'm doing you a favor, then I'll be fine. Then I'll be okay with it. I will accept it. Man, I don't know if that sounds unhealthy, right? Like that can be like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like saying that um saying that somebody only accepting a favor if it was framed in a way that you are doing a favor for them instead. I feel like that isn't healthy. I don't think that's, now that I'm thinking about it, you know? Cause like at a certain level, yo, Ismael again with the gifted sub, yo, brother, thank you so much for the support. You are bringing me way, way, way closer to um, uh, helping me making this a reality. Because I definitely need the support, and I super duper appreciate it, man. Which is really funny because Ismael has not, other than his first chat, other than his first message on chat, he has not said a single thing this entire time. So thank you, you know, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Have they sent a single chat? They said hello. Ultimate Lurker, love it. But yeah, like I was like we were talking about, because I don't want to exploit Cookie, right? That was my issue. That was why I was hesitant on accepting their favor and accepting their generosity, right? That was my issue. But I think what makes it a little problematic is when I said, if you frame it in a way that makes it sound like I'm doing you a favor, then I'll be okay with it. I think that's a little problematic. I'm catching myself in real time. Just send me anything you want for your PNG. I'm gonna make it. I'm only going professional mode for strangers for commission. Great. Perfect. Appreciate it. But yeah, like, no. Because I feel like I'm definitely I've definitely been trying to be more open to people's generosity, and that's something that I've tried to work on throughout the years. That's something that I've definitely worked on throughout the years. Um, Learning to accept other people's kindness and not putting the burden on me, on myself, for providing that kindness for other people. Shit. All right, chat. Up or down? Which one's the safe? Which one's the safe space? Is it up or down? I'll pay you in Minesweeper coins. Accepted. If you wanna give me something, I don't mind as long as I get to draw you something. Always up. Up it is. Dabberable, you. No, it's fine. Yeah, no, I definitely want a turtle. That's for sure. What was I talking about? Yeah, right. So, like, I've always, like, growing up, I've struggled with a hero complex. But not in the hero complex in the traditional sense where, like, I I would intentionally put people in danger or at risk just so that I can be the hero. That's the actual clinical definition of a hero complex, right? Maybe a savior complex is more appropriate to say, because like I've always been growing up, I was the kind of person who always wants to be the guy who saves people. I've definitely wanted to be a superhero growing up. There was one time I definitely remember wanting to be like a Power Ranger at certain points in my childhood. So so you can kind of see the kind of kid I was, right? And as I grew older, it just became this really I didn't notice at a time, but it really became this like toxic uh worldview of like I have the power, I have the responsibility to save people, to protect people, to be of service to people. Um, I definitely had the belief that I needed to sacrifice myself for other people's benefit, right? And for a really long time, I've struggled to unlearn that. When I was young, I wanted to be a superhero. Therefore, I have a savior complex. Sounds a little unhinged, a little bit. But like, I'm just trying. Like, I was just trying to paint you a picture of where I was. Like, eventually, it did. I guess Eventually, that wanting to and that desire to be a superhero definitely turned into something unhealthy, right? I'm not exactly sure um, what the actual clinical term or definition would be. I've never been diagnosed. Um, but I feel like it definitely did something to my worldview and my personality for sure. Does it help if I say I can also use it for my commission collection to showcase to others? Yes, that would help. That would make me feel better. But yeah, no. Um, fuck. Okay. Yeah, that was something that I've really tried my best to grow out of. It took a lot of growing pains. It took a lot of uncomfortable changes. Um, but eventually I just learned to accept other people's help whenever like for example, whenever my friend would come by, he would always invite me to have like a little bit of a snack, like Graham bars. So like it's like Graham crackers sandwiching ice cream. Um, and he would always want to be the one to pay for it. He always wants to be the one to treat me. And I like if it were me like a couple years ago, I definitely would refuse and insist that I pay for my either I pay for my own thing, or I would insist that I pay for him. That I would insist I will be the one to pay for his thing, for his snack, his thing. Don't make it weird. But now I catch myself in the moment, and I think, hey, this is something that he wants to do. He was the one who offered it. He was the one who wanted to do something nice for me, and it will make him feel good if he does this nice thing for me. So I do not want to deny him that opportunity to be kind. I do not want to take away that opportunity for him to be generous. But more importantly, I think that I deserve it. It's nice. It will make me feel nice. Not only will it make him feel nice for buying something for me, but it would make me feel nice to get something for free. So, yeah, I think that's something that I've struggled to accept when I was younger. I'd say it's just like you or what you want or what you what kind of thing for me. Let me rephrase. Makes me happy doing art for a friend, and it helps me. It helps with my commission showcase. Great, perfect. Um, I guess. I guess. I just wanted to make face. I wanted to save face. You know what I mean? I wanted to put it out there, especially because it's on stream, right? Because I'm live, because I'm on technically on camera. That I did not want to come off as someone selfish. I think I did not want you to feel like I was using your skills and your time for my benefit. Yeah, I know that you know that. Um, but I think it's just an interesting thing to talk about and to examine. Because I feel like other people might also kind of relate, you know? That some people might also struggle with accepting other people's kindness and generosity. And what I want to say to those people is that it's perfectly fine. You know, you are allowed to want free shit. You are allowed to want free things every once in a while. I felt that from other people too, but hey, if they don't want to do it, then it's their choice. That's true. That's right. You don't have to force it on them. That makes it a little bit weird. But if they really insist that they don't want it, or if they really insist that they want to pay for it, then that's their choice. You did your choice. You did your job. You did what you can. You did what you could. And you know, it's up to you know the ball is in their court. I also can't stop you from doing what you want in return. That's true. That is true. I think like the fact that because I really do believe that people have a hard time accepting kindness and accepting generosity. Especially from like my people from my generation. I feel like. Cause like whenever cause recently Andromeda, Flash, and I met up IRL for the very first time. And the entire time, Flash was like, "No, guys, I got you. I can pay for your guy. I can pay for you guys. You know, I'd love to buy things for you guys, or pay for a round of drinks. We went out drinking. But we kept insisting, no, it's okay, man. It's fine. You don't have to. We brought our own money. You're our guests and everything. Although I think you know the circumstances may have been different there, but I think it's still the same thing where like it we did not readily and immediately accepted Flash's generosity. My other bestie paid me for their PNG, so I can't deny that. That was me for real when I met my online friends. Yeah. uh. So yeah, like It's not normal for people to readily and openly accept kindness and generosity from other people, especially your friends, especially people that you know, especially from people that you have a close relationship with. I think people are just weird around money, you know? People definitely have this really weird relationship when it comes to money. And the hierarchy, the invisible hierarchy that comes with money. So I think the real problem here is capitalism. The real enemy here is capitalism, as it always should be. Alright, up is safe. Yeah, there we go, buddy. 196, that's 90 seconds above our target, but I think we're getting somewhere. Because that's like something that you usually get paid for. People pay you to do that type shit. Yes. I think, yeah, I agree with Dabarobo because like I know that Cookie does commissions. I know that Cookie normally gets paid for that kind of thing. So that did made me uncomfortable accepting that free commission from her. Yeah, that's another thing to think about and to consider. That's a good catch, Dabarobo. That's a good catch. It's only two here, so there has to be three here. This one's safe. Fuck. The line for me is if there's something to gain for the business at least. Wait, hold on. The line for me is if there's something to gain for the business at least. Okay. Or if there's some way I can help the business other than money. That's fair. I'm still doing your PNG. You can't back out now. Okay. Okay. A favor for a favor type shit. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I definitely want a turtle. Cause the profile picture that I'm using for Twitch, I know that I commissioned that from someone. So maybe if you can make something like that, give me as much info as possible. I like the color green. I I think like minimalist as much as possible because I don't want anything too ornate or too I don't want it to be busy. You know, I don't want it to I don't want it to for there to be too many elements. I want people to come in, see the stream, see the PNG, see the model, and go like, oh, that's a turtle. No doubt. Moving forward. Right? Because I don't, like, I feel like I want to highlight the gameplay more than the model. You know? I think that's the vibe I'm going for. Plus, like, I think that my best features as a streamer is my personality anyway. So I don't want to pull attention away from that, right? I don't want to pull attention away from my trains of thought or to whatever, like when I'm yapping, when I'm on a monologue, I don't want the PNG to take attention away from that. Remind of those cute doodle PNGs? I like those. I like those cute PNG doodles. I definitely want cute. I think that's definitely the adjective I want to have for the model. I want it to be cute because obviously I'm cute. Yeah. But I think uh I think the bulk of the work. Oh, I thought I got PB. It's a ticket. I think the thing that I want the most amount of work on though would be the accessories. You know, like when I'm streaming, when I'm on OBS, I want that PNG to always be there, and I can just hide and unhide that accessory whenever the need arises, right? So like Dabo's suggestion earlier, like a bead of sweat or some intense impact lines to indicate that I'm focused. Um, I would think those are expressions. Yeah, okay, there you go. Expressions. That's the jargon. That's the technical term for it. Expressions for sure. Yeah, expressions. But I also want accessories, like a little cute little hat or some sunglasses. I would definitely need to do a better job at organizing my OBS assets for sure. But I think that would be really fun to have. I think that would be a really fun addition and inclusion to the setup. Different expressions, yes. But like I don't since like because I'm focusing on more Minesweeper content, I don't need there to be too many expressions. Like I think there'd be like a chill expression and a intense focus expression. I think those are just the two modes that would be the most common. But oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Like so, Cookie, if you know that little octopus plushie that you can invert, so like the octopus plushie that is smiling, but if you invert it, it becomes Angie, like that. Are you using like Discord PNG or like other software? I'm using the OBS extension for reactive image. So I'm not using a Discord. I'm using OBS itself. By the way, that reminds me you haven't posted your stream on the Discord. I haven't? I feel like I have. Yeah, I have. I did. Minesweeper streams, right? I did. Oh shit, you're right. I forgot. I forgot to use the ping. Damn. Hold on. There you go. Totally forgot. Thank you. There you go. I remember posting I remember posting on the Discord, but I forgot to use the ping. I was already pinged though. Oh no, 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 not on the Turtle Pond Discord. There's a separate Discord server for Minesweeper streamers, and that's where I should have. That's what we were talking about. Yeah, 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 yeah. Isn't it insane that there's an entire Discord server for Minesweeper of all things? I still can't get over that. It's still such a funny thing to know that there is an active community of Minesweeper enjoyers. Not like it's not to say anything about Minesweeper. Obviously, I'm playing Minesweeper right now, but like I just never expected like that Minesweeper would have this much of a fan base. I think it's just I still think that it's such an impressive and weirdly wholesome thing to find out. It's like realizing that there's this group of grannies knitting and crocheting together, but instead of grannies, it's a bunch of people in front of their computers, and instead of like knitting needles, is it's a mouse. It's the left and right clicks of a mouse. There's several? God damn. I know Tetrio, but Minesweeper is mind-blowing. It is. Some of the community wouldn't like the granny parallel. uh, I'd imagine. But I feel like the Minesweeper Online people are pretty chill. Cause like it's not some like this isn't exactly the most intense thing to watch, right? But a very specific group of people with certain tastes and like with certain types of minds do find this enjoyable, and I think that's really cute. I think that's really cool. What are we doing? Um, there's 7 left, so there's 1 here, 2 here, only 1 here. So if there's only 1 here, so this one has to be free. Da 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 da. Wherever we go, we always find a way back home. Okay, so there's 3 left. There has to be 1 here and another 1 here, so that's already 2. But they kind of share a square. There's definitely 1 here, 2 here, but they also share a square. So I feel like this has to be safe. And then there can only be 2 here. So this one is safe. So where does that leave us? There's 1 here. What? 1 here, 1 here. That makes... What is bro imagining? I don't know. Okay. There's definitely 1 here, right? There's definitely 1 here. So where's the 3rd one? Where could the 3rd one be? This one's free? That was a guess. So there's 2... No, there's only 1 here. 1 here. There can only be 1 here. So this one's free. There we go. That worked out. I don't know if that was I don't know if that was the acceptable way of solving that, but we solved it. So after improving the PNG, after improving the model, I think the next one that I really do need to start working on would be the eye tracker. I still don't know what setting that up would require, but at the very least, I'd like to do some research on it. That might be expensive, could be. You know what? I did not think that it would be expensive. I thought that there would be like free software somewhere in the interwebs. I definitely did not think that it would be expensive. Never looked up eye tracker prices though. Yeah, same. Uh, there's one here, so this one has to be a bomb. Three. So there's definitely one here, so that solves the three. There we go. Beautiful. But maybe technology has evolved and they can just do it with your camera now. Hopefully. Because otherwise, my big idea it will just be a waste. My really fun idea, TM, uh, would just, remain an idea. Da 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 da. There is the possibility though. Okay, so I have been applying for other jobs and I think it's been going well. I've gotten a couple of calls, nothing concrete yet. I only know some free websites for PNG Tuber. Oh, for free models. Yeah, but I think it'll be so much more fun if we're able to personalize it. Eye tracking, probably something similar to VTubers, probably. That sounds like something that they would do, right? Two. Nah. Eye tracking, yeah. Cause I want, cause if you can't see my real face, at the very least I want you to know where I'm looking at. Especially when I'm playing Minesweeper. So you can follow along with where I'm looking at and what I'm thinking and what I'm trying to solve. You can also figure out when I am looking at an obvious solution but failing to find it anyway. I think that'll be really funny. One here. So that means there can only be one here. This one's free. This one's a bomb. There's one here, so this one's a bomb. I'm a lock in for my script writing for a bit. Almost done with it. Good luck with that cookie. I think I'd like to do another arena in a bit, maybe after this, and then we'll go from there, you know. I don't think I'm ready to try the no flag challenge again. Frick. So yeah, I don't think I'm ready to try my hand at that again. I definitely had way more fun with the no guessing arena. It was a little less frustrating when I lose a board. So I think I'm gonna go for that today. I also kind of did like some off-stream arena challenges for like random difficulty. Those are fun. You could try no guess hardcore again. Just don't misclick it 5 times this time. Lol. No promises, buddy. No promises, but I'll try. I'll do my best, which is the most that you can ever ask from anyone. Ah, frick. I was thinking of something else. I was thinking of something while I was solving that. I got distracted. Cause like I was thinking of saying like, what does it mean for the Minesweeper community for a streamer to forget to ping the the server when they're going live? Cause like Minesweepers are supposed to be like these gods of attention to detail, right? What does that mean if the streamer trying to play Minesweeper forgot to add the ping on their announcement on the server? It's kind of a red flag there, wouldn't it? Pun intended, since, you know, red flags in Minesweeper. What gave you that idea? I don't know. I think that was just me being insecure. I think that was just me being a little bit embarrassed for missing that. Was Ralok talking up your ear? No, he wasn't. No, definitely not. But I was definitely it was definitely embarrassing at the very least. But then like a part of me imagined him going, "Ah, this fucking idiot. He's probably shit at Minesweeper. Fucking noob." Even though even though the community has never given any indication that anyone was ever like that. I think that's just the, you know, I think that was just the awkwardness that was getting to me. Some of the streamers you look up to are more likely to forget things than not to. That makes things a little better. That's nice to know. It's nice to know that the people that we look up to are also human. I remember because I did drop by this one Mine streamer's stream one time. I forgot their name, but they were wearing glasses and someone redeemed a stream redemption to take off their glasses, and then they had to solve a board, and it was really funny seeing them struggle. And that, like, seeing them struggle on a board that they would otherwise completely dominate is very comforting, you know? It's knowing that these are human too. Dilemma, yes, 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 dilemma. I think it was really funny, really interesting too, to watch this titan of the community struggle. Uh, not in a bad way, but like it's just interesting, you know. I caught a small part of it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But yeah, it's just really interesting to see people who are so on top of their game, um, and struggle so much like that. It makes me feel a little bit better, but not to think that, oh, this person's shit. This person is actually shit because they can't see because God nerfed their sight. But comforting in a way that even the best people struggle, and that makes things so much better. So it makes me feel better about struggling in my own uh, with my own thing, because it tells me that, hey, it literally happens to the best of us. It literally happens to even the most talented people. So yeah, very humbling experience both for me and for Dilemma, I'm sure. Script is done. Congratulations, Cookie. Good job. Hope you're happy with it. Because that's one thing, right? It's one thing to finish a script, it's another thing entirely to be happy and satisfied with it. So this point would definitely be when it would be a good time to put in that hyper focus serious mode expression, right? Yeah. I really enjoy Minesweeper because like we were on the topic of like even the best streamers, even the best players, uh, shit, even the best players would struggle every now and then, and that's something that's a testament to Minesweeper's design as a video game. That there's so many opportunities for you to still get it wrong, no matter how experienced you are at the game. Oh shit, I thought this was no guess. Why? Oh wait, never mind. What? Yeah. I don't know what I was thinking there. I don't know why I panicked. Um. Alright, man. Thought I had that. Oh. Uh. One here. This one's safe. One here, so this one's a bomb. This one's 4. This one's solved already. One here. This one's safe. This one's safe. That solves that. What? Really? So I'm not misclicking, I'm just dumb. At least there's that. I feel a little better. Ah, man. I'm not seeing the full board. I'm not seeing the full context. I'll make it red. This one here. There has to be one here. So this one is free. Actually, this one's free too. Library. What's the logic here? Where is it? There's one here. But because of this part, there can only be one here. So this one's the bomb, and these are free? And then there's definitely one here. So... Because there's definitely one here. There can only be one here. I'm so unsure. Damn. That was tough, actually. That was really tough. Did not expect it to be that hard. Make me bleed if you need to confirm that is something that I do, and I'll paint it red. You're still unsure, let me lie for a day or two. Finally announce me dead. Now I'm gone, cast a bronze. There's definitely one here, and there's one here, so this one's free. There can only be one here, so these are free. Ah, man. You definitely need to work on your consistency. You have the brain to solve all the logic with ease, and then this arena has a large extra amount of time. As long as you take your time and only lose once or twice, you should have plenty of time for everything. Good to know. How many expansions are you planning to have, Davey? I think just 2 for now. Um, yeah. What kind of quest do we have? Back to no. Okay, look at no guessing mode. Actually, let's do evil. Practicing consistency. Like consistency has always been a tough thing to work on, not just in Minesweeper, but like in life in general. Because you're human, right? You tend to make mistakes. You know. But at the same time, people do practice, and you do get to I believe that with practice, you get to minimize the variances and the mistakes that you make. But I don't think that it fully eliminates that, you know? Because there's so many factors and so many things that you have to do in order to uh, keep that consistency. You have to think about your own condition. You have to think about your health. You have to think about still constantly practicing, right? Um, there's so many other things that you need to be in control of in order for you to be consistent in life, and that gets tiring. I guess that gets really tiring. Um, I think it's really just minimizing and reducing the tendencies to make mistakes. Also, I super appreciate Abarobo being on stream, just being a consistent watcher of the stream. Because, like, your advice is just really sound and really helpful, really constructive, too. Wise guy, wise guy. Yes, he is a wise guy. Absolutely, hardcore no guess is considered one of the hardest arenas at higher levels because mistakes are super punishing and we're all human after all. Again, that's something I really love about Minesweeper. Like it's just if there's anything consistent about Minesweeper is that it consistently humbles us, even the best players in the world. It just consistently finds ways to humble us, and I think that's really cool. That's really cool for a video game to have. Like this game was. When was Minesweeper made? 1989. That's 11 plus 25. 36? Almost 4 decades? This video game has been going on for almost 40 years? 40? 30. 30 years? And like the game design is just so good for what I think what makes it for what makes a really good game. You know, there's no need. It's kind of like chess, right? Like there's no need to nerf anything. There's no need to update anything. There's no need to patch or rework anything. And even if you are a very well experienced and even if you've been playing the game for so long, there's always going to be something new for you to encounter. I think that just speaks so many levels to the game's design. And then the fact that people just naturally built a community around this game. Yeah, it's almost a perfect game. I say almost because I can't think, because I refuse to think that, I refuse to admit that there is such a thing as a perfect game. It's perfect for my preferences, let's say that. It's perfect for a game. It has all the things that I'm looking for in a game. Because you don't have, like, there's absolutely no need for microtransactions. There's no need for, like, there's no need to ever try to shake things up. The strength really comes from the fact that it's a puzzle game, first and foremost. But if you think about it, Minesweeper is the first roguelike. I will refuse to elaborate. 50-50 is the great equalizer. I love that. That's true. I do think that the strategy for no guess hardcore is to take. I agree with Dabo with what Dabo said, because I try to do the take your time approach with the no flag arena. Um, but as Dabo said, that it definitely encouraged, like, no guess hardcore definitely encourages you to take your time, which I think is why I can confidently say that no guess hardcore might be my favorite. Because I don't know, I think there's a little bit of comfort knowing that there is a solution if you look hard enough. It's a little comforting knowing that I may be stuck now, but because of the game mode that I'm in, there has to be a solution. It's the ultimate, so you're saying there's a chance. Whoop, wait. There is only one here. And I really like those moments where, like, oh, I'm not sure what the solution is here. I don't have enough to come up with one, so I can come back to that later. Let me solve let me solve other parts of the board, and I'll come back to that. And when you, like, eventually, without even trying, you open up clues, you open up tiles that actually help you solve the original problem that you were having. And I think that's really satisfying, you know? Like saying, I don't know how to solve this one. Let me come back to that. Let me just mind my own business, do something else, like do. Then suddenly, oh, I'm back here, but with more context, with a lot more knowledge. that's really satisfying, and I think that's something uh, that I really love to find and experience in real life. It's like going, oh, I don't know how to achieve this one thing that I want for my life. I don't have enough experience. I don't know enough context. I don't know enough I don't have enough information to figure this out. But let me come back to that. Let me figure out some other things. Let me take care of other things first, and I'll come back to that. And then eventually you do come back to that. Eventually you do find your way back to that original puzzle. And then you realize how everything else in your life kind of clicks together for that one thing to finally make sense, to make sense now. Because it's kind of validating to know that it was definitely you, right? That it wasn't entirely your fault. It wasn't because you were inept, or because you were what's the word? That you were unqualified, but it's mostly just it's comforting to know that you just didn't know enough. There's a little bit of comfort realizing that you just needed more time to figure it out. You that like there was no way that you were going to solve that on your own at that point in time. It's comforting. It's comforting because you get to forgive yourself. You get to give yourself a little more leeway. You get to be a little bit more patient with yourself. Um, yeah, it's a great feeling to have. You just gotta be open to those kinds of revelations. You just gotta be have an open mind to that sort of experience. There's one here. Definitely one here. This one is free. Timer gets you nervous, you start making logical blunders. There's a minesweeper parallel to everything in life if you think hard enough. Yes, I agree. Which I think is best for Mike. That's why I really like Minesweeper. I really like Minesweeper particularly because of that. You know, that you can relate Minesweeper to literally anything else in life. Especially for like someone like me who tends to overcomplicate things, and I definitely have that kind of mind that takes certain things way too seriously. Thinks that the most mundane things is very poetic, or whatever, like whatever. I definitely have that kind of mind, that kind of belief system, that everything relates to everything else. And I think that's why like having this kind of and like streaming this kind of game is perfect for me. Ugh, okay, what are we doing? There has to be one here. That's not enough to solve this three. Oh wait. Ah, shit. It was right there the entire time. uh I was so ready to think I was so ready for it to be like some evil logic that I needed to figure out, but nope. Oh, arena ticket. What is this? Flower ticket. You know what? I got time. Still flower challenge. Finish a random challenge in 15 minutes. I swear, if it's going to be efficiency, I'm going to just okay, I can do this. Finish a game. Oh, okay, I just need to finish the game. Neat. If it was gonna be an efficiency game, I would have deserted it right then and there. Those can be real funny. Yeah. This kind of feels like no guess, but it's not no guess. I guess it's just the difficulty of it, difficulty level, that makes it feel like it's a no guess. Wait till you get finished one board with 120. No, fuck that. I haven't read the whole thing, but fuck that. Oh shit, no, I refuse. You can't make me. Uh, every misclick removes 5 minutes. Skin random letters, no. Nah, you only get those in higher level arenas these days. Jesus. Thank God. Fuck. I got this. You can still get efficient rolls in L1 and L2, but it won't be hardcore random colors letters probably. Probably. Either way, I'm still going to avoid them like the plague. Imagine coming back to this stream in a couple years and we see my character development and I actually do play efficiency in the future. Can you imagine? This would be the flashback that we would cut to at that moment in time, in that anime moment, right? This is the time. This is the part where the main character, meaning me, flashes back to a time when I said I would avoid efficiency games like the fucking plague. And then we cut back to future me, absolutely destroying it in an efficiency game. Can you imagine? Yeah. Top 5 anime moments right there. This is watchmojo.com. Has anyone seen Spider-Man No Way Home? I had my reservations about that movie. Like when I found out that Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield were going to be in it, I had my reservations. I thought that it was just gonna be another fan service, soulless kind of film, but I actually really enjoyed it. It's really cool. It's really great. It's a great story. I really like the direction that they're taking with Tom Holland Spider-Man. Uh, I'm excited for it. You know, it's. I think I'm excited to see more. I grew up with the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies. I think that was the first superhero movie I've ever seen. Uh, yeah, that's just what that was just the Spider-Man that I grew up with. And when Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man came out, I wanted to give it a try. I wanted to be open to it because hey, it's Spider-Man. It's a Spider-Man story. I won't say no to that. Um, I don't think that it hit. I don't think Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man had enough time to really be fleshed out. I don't think that he had. Like, I think it was a little unfair that his run kind of ended where it did. Um, I think he definitely had the potential to be a really spectacular Spider-Man. If if his story was just given the chance to breathe. I don't appreciate the precedence that that Avengers, that the first Avengers kind of set up for the comic book movie industry. Because on the one hand, it definitely sparked an interest in investors and producers to throw money at superhero movies, right? Like the success of the first Avengers film really encouraged studios to invest in superhero movies. That I think is a positive. What I don't like though is that because the Avengers was so successful, suddenly every superhero movie needed to be a blockbuster multi-million dollar cash cow, right? Suddenly every superhero movie needs to have made more than a billion gajillion dollars in the box office for the studio to say that was a success, to say that yeah, let's make more, let's do more of that. I think that was a negative. I think that was a negative impact that the first Avengers movie unintentionally, giving the benefit of the doubt. I think that was just the unintentional side effect of the success of the Avengers movie. So I guess my hot take of the day is that the Avengers movie was too successful at what it did. I think it was too successful at putting comic book movies into the common household name, being a common household name. Easy. Gotta go now for dinner time. Thanks, Cookie, for dropping by. Uh, if you roll efficiency, you can just cancel the ticket and move on. Absolutely, I will do that. I did use to avoid efficiency like a plague too. It's a hard thing to get used to, much like no flag. I'd recommend getting comfortable with no flag first, though. Really? Okay. Event currency used in the event shop. Oh. Where's the event shop? Events. You get honor points. You get diamond. Low level ticket pack. Oh, I see, I see, I see, I see, I see. So this is another for the duration of the event. I get to this is a way to earn more tickets. That's nice. Cool. Okay, so should we go for one more? I think like it's already 2 hours, but do you think we could probably do one more arena, one more flower arena, and then we'll end the stream there. I think that'll be a good place to stop. Uh, let's do a level 2, you know? Make it spicy. Unless it's efficiency. Okay, finished. Oh, fuck. Okay. Okay. I can make a guess as to what A and B are. It's just a matter of resetting and adjusting my expectations. Like, it shouldn't be that hard if A is just 1 and B is just 2. But I imagine that it's gonna be different every game. D. Oh, goddamn, that was a 50-50. I would have been sad if I had to start over from that. Ah, fuck, okay. Jesus. Okay, so it's still... It carries over, okay. So B is still 2. Oh, fuck, okay. I see the difficulty now. I see how this is difficult. I see how this is a challenge. Hello, Llama! How you been? Thanks so much for dropping by. I'm a little locked in here. So I'll be right with ya, buddy. I'll be right with you. Nope. That's nice. That's one. It's just really funny seeing all these A's. It's like the board is screaming at me like, ah! No, but okay. Wait, 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 wait. That's two. Sure, I see the chat moving, but I am a little locked in. This one. That's three. Nope. Oh, sorry. No, I got this. Nope, that's not right. There's one here. So, five. Wow. Ooh, let's go, baby. That's five. That's four, I mean. Uh. Whoop. What? Okay. I got that. I always get a little bit of flustered whenever big, consecutive twos and threes pop out like that. Like, I gotta be careful not to tunnel vision when I'm solving a board, because I know I have the tendency to do that. But like I get so focused and too tunnel visioned into solving a board that I do not notice the obvious clues and contexts, and that causes me to make really rookie mistakes. Wait, what? See, this is what I'm talking about. If I wasn't on, if I wasn't as lucky there, that would have been a run ender. That would have been the end of at least this particular board. Hey, come on. No, it's okay. I got lots of time. I got lots of time, baby. There's no need to panic or to worry. All you gotta do is just enjoy your time. Have a minute. Take a minute. Take 2 minutes, actually. Uh, just solve it the way that you would without a time limit. Time limit? Time limit. I know how to speak. Thank you very much. This is for... What? That's F. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's not 7. That's 6. That's definitely 6. Yeah. Uh... Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, what I said. That's what I said, yeah. Here we go. Hey, take 2 more minutes, buddy. Have 3 minutes of your time. Have 3 minutes. Have 3 minutes to solve this one. It's on me. Fuck. Have 3. Yeah, still 3 minutes. You still got 3 minutes to solve this particular board. So it's all Gucci. It's Gucci, baby. Have you guys ever watched Brian David Gilbert? His content, I first seen his videos when he was still working with Polygon. I really enjoyed his Unraveled series. You should check it out. Oh fuck, I lost because of Brian David Gilbert. I will be contacting him for reimbursements and reparations. But yeah, no. If you just want a little bit of funnies, if you want to watch a bit of funnies on YouTube, Brian David Gilbert is such a character. He's a good songwriter. He's a good comedian. But he's also a big fat nerd, you know? Like, just to put in context, if you don't know, Brian David Gilbert is the kind of guy who would use his platform to figure out and make sense of the Zelda timeline. And he somehow manages to connect every single game. He manages to fit every single Zelda game by using Zelda Monopoly. It was absolutely... Like, if you're into unhinged comedy, Brian David Gilbert is the guy to look for. Even his own personal channel is very entertaining. After he left Polygon, he still went on to make his own content on his own YouTube channel. It's still really good. It's still very high quality. It just doesn't have the budget of an established studio. Like, I really liked his video on how health insurance works in America and all of the what all of the acronyms mean and what deductibles mean, and like what he somehow made a video about health insurance entertaining. That's the kind of guy that I feel like fans of Minesweeper would be into. So I can confidently recommend Brian David Gilbert if you're ever in the mood for YouTube hahas. He also tried. There was also another video from Brian David Gilbert where he tried to cook every single recipe from Zelda. He made a lot of Zelda content, actually, when I think about it. Oh, he also did. He also did a book report on every single book in Skyrim. He read every available book in the video game Skyrim. and he posted a video on his report on every single one of them. That includes the genealogy. And that he was paid to do that. He was actively paid by Polygon to make that video. He was compensated for that shit. He actual real company money was used in the making of a video on a Skyrim book report. Also, hi Flashy, I just took a glance on the chat. Give yourself a shout out, boy. I don't know if Cookie, if any of my mods are alive right now. B, this one. You have to say what I say. You have to I know that you don't like giving yourself a shout out, Flash, but I don't know what to tell you. My hands are tied right now. I am in dire distress, and you are a mod. So it's your responsibility, morally and contractually, to listen to what I say. And what I say is to give yourself a shout out. Everyone, say hi, Flash. Say hello to Flash. Give him a follow. Okay? Go click out of my stream and look for Flash and follow Flash on his Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Flash WTF_. And then come back. And then come back here. That's the important part of the instructions, guys. Follow Flash. Click out of the stream if you have to. And then come back here to tell me that you did that. That you did it. That you followed Flash. Booyah, baby. Let's go. Flower Arena, level 2. 25 flowers, baby. And we got 3 minutes to spare. Neat. Is he locked in? Yes, I was locked in. Sorry about the llama. Bros. Hey, K-Jot? K-Jot? Flash, you had to give... Wait, is K-Jot still here? Bro, everyone, go follow K-Jot. Whatever instruction I gave you about following Flash, do the same, but for K-Jot. Also do the same for Flash. I was gonna do it too late. I did it myself. For someone named Flash, you're goddamn slow on that one. No, it's okay. It's fine. Oh, you gave yourself a shout out. Very good, Flash. I appreciate it. Thank you. You get, I don't know, you get a kiss on the cheek the next time you're here. PNG Davey! Hello, yes, that's me. Sometimes on the random letter skin, you can get words spelled out. Mostly the word that I can make out here is ah. I'm good. Currently at work at the moment, so might not be able to chat that much. That's fine. That's okay. I am no stranger to playing Minesweeper and being on Twitch while on company time. What is this? I mean, if you get paid, I guess it's worth. Still, what the fuck? Yes. What the actual fuck? Yeah, dude, Brian David Gilbert. He's an amazing guy on YouTube. I highly recommend him. Or is it Brian David Gilbert from Polygon? Like his Unraveled series. Like his Unraveled series is like top tier. S rank content. Like, you are missing out big time if you've never seen a single video from Brian David Gilbert. I got SO, yes, you got shouted out, K-Jot. Like, solving the Zelda timeline in 15 minutes. Like, look at it, the other videos in the playlist. Hold on, I can do this. Like, I read all 337 books in Skyrim, so you don't have to. Ranking all 200 plus Mega Man robots. Wasted 3 weeks of my life finding Castlevania's hottest monsters. This is Brian David Gilbert is a national treasure. I will be taking no notes. I will be taking no questions. He is like I said, even his content outside of Polygon is top tier. It's just really amazing. If there's any takeaway that you must have from this, it's that Brian David Gilbert is a great YouTube guy. Anyway, that's gonna be it for the stream. So sorry. I wasn't able to. Um, read the chat that much when everyone started finally coming in. Really sorry about that, but I'm trying to be strict. I'm trying to follow my schedule. I'm only going to be streaming for 2 hours at a time. As much as I want to, as much as I still want to stream, there's still a bunch of stuff I still need to do, take care of the house and whatnot. But KJot, Flash, thank you so much for being here, for hanging out, for dropping by. I gotta catch your stream sometime, KJot. I miss hanging out. Hope we get to catch up soon. Llama, thank you for dropping by. If you're still lurking there, thank you so much. Um, what else is here? This is just letters and not random letters. Okay. Uh, any notifs, any chat, any notifs that I missed out on? No, it does not look like. Okay, great. So, I am going to end that there. This is a good place to end. I had lots of fun with Flower Arena. Honestly, I thought that Flower Arena was gonna be cringe, but I actually I've actually unironically enjoyed that. So that's really cool. We're going to go ahead and raid a fellow not really my fellow Minesweeper streamer, but a good friend, Boss Erico. He is really good. He's also Pinoy. He's also Filipino. Flower Arena is pretty fun, and you can use the points to get more normal arenas. I'd like that. That's what I'm gonna go for. But yeah, we're gonna go raid. Oh fuck. We're gonna go raid Boss Erico. He's also a Filipino. Pinoy siya, guys. Mga dude pare chong. Filipino siya. So leave him a like, leave him a follow, say hi to me. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. It's your favorite turtle telling you to keep working towards a better days. And as always, stay moist, everyone, and get the fuck out of here.